Good afternoon. My name is Russ Sinclair, and we're from Spokane Kendo Club. We're going to be showing you some of the martial arts today. We actually have two separate demonstrations. The first demonstration is going to be Kendo and EIO. And then after our demonstration, there will be the Aikido routine.
Going out with us?
Group that will demonstrate Aikido. Say that. Okay, everyone leave your swords down, please. Kitty, leave your sword. Shomeni. Hey. Okay. The first part of the Kendo demonstration we're going to do is kata, which is formal training. And formal training is with a hardwood sword, originally with real swords, a Japanese katana. So group 1. Shomeni. Hey. Otagani. Hey. Kata is formal practice and is one of the first people to start Kendo. And it's formal sword movements. They learn the principles of the sword and how those principles are applied later to a bamboo sword and armor. The kata you're seeing, the formal exercise you're seeing now is more basic, and the next group will be doing a more advanced version. That stays out. Group 2, these are going to be a little bit more advanced kata. The samurai era, or the warriors era in Japan ended in the 1870s, but before that, for hundreds of years, the arts of the Japanese warriors were practiced for several hundred years and gradually developed. Shomeni. Okay. See you later. Bye-bye. See ya. Japanese warriors, the Japanese samurai, upwards of 18 different martial arts, but they were, of course, career warriors, so they had the time, and they started from childhood to learn the 18 martial arts. When the era ended in the 1870s, samurai had to find other professions, and it was noticed that the discipline and training that they went through added many benefits. Their health was raised to a very high level by the training, and their fitness level, and their self-discipline. And when they had to find other professions, it was noticed that they did very, very well in their because of the discipline and training they had from martial arts. So there was a tremendous movement in the end of the 1800s to keep the martial arts alive. So toward the 1800s, although the samurai era was over, there was a tremendous movement to keep the martial arts alive because of the benefits of the training. And so the arts of the sword, Kenjutsu, was developed into Kendo. And Kendo was thought of as a self-development, self-improvement form of training that even children could learn. And so Kendo was put into the public schools at an elementary level and a middle school and high school level, and of course became popular not only in Japan but all over the world eventually. And there are millions of people in Japan, approximately 6 million people that do Kendo, and there's approximately 1 million around the world outside of Japan that do Kendo. Martial arts also went through a transformation. The Jiu-Jitsu arts, the empty-handed arts, weaponless arts, developed into Judo, which is now an Olympic sport. And again, it was developed into something that was safe enough to do that anyone could do it, even children. And many of the other Japanese traditional martial arts underwent the same kind of reformation. Another martial art that developed around the 1920s was Aikido, which you'll see in the next demonstration. And it's a combination of the empty-handed arts that started out as Jiu-Jitsu and also sword work. And many of the sword movements became part of Aikido, which you'll see in a little while. Kendo is now a very traditional Japanese martial art. The traditional disciplines and formalities are kept because it keeps everybody safer. It also was noticed during the hundreds of years of its development that the benefits of the training were greater when the traditional formalities were kept, because it kept everything safer. And another thing that is studied in traditional Japanese martial arts of all types is relationships. The different relationships that people have in the dojo, very healthy, friendly, friend relationships, teacher-student relationships, and so forth. And the basis is something out of the training and into their families and workplace and school and so forth. So Kendo hasn't been modernized as much as some other martial arts. But Kendo and the Aikido that you'll see coming up next have kept the traditional values and disciplines because they benefit our daily lives so much. Get it? Group 1. お互いに礼。Be careful behind you, please. This first training exercise, kamai. This first training exercise is striking drill. It teaches proper breathing and distancing and timing and so forth. Kirikaishi, hazime. 根拠、収め、Group 2, please. Some of the members in the second group are a little bit more advanced, and you'll see the speed increase. This kirikaishi that they'll do is the same exercise, but at a more advanced level, and it's much faster. Shomen ni rei. Otaga ni rei. Group 1.